The 1954 film, Creature from the Black Lagoon, is actually one of the best creature features of all time. Welcome back to the channel, everybody. How you guys doing today? I'm doing good. I just finished watching Creature from the Black Lagoon, the 1954 film, and yes, I actually think this is one of the best creature features. Every year around this time, I always watch one of the classic Universal monster movies, and this year I saw Creature from the Black Lagoon on Tubi, and I was like, oh my gosh, I don't think I've ever seen this film. I've seen Frankenstein, Dracula, the Wolfman, and the Invisible Man currently, so I was like, we're gonna watch this one. I wanted to do the Mummy, but you guys all know I love some creature features, so I decided to watch this. This is a banger of a movie. You start off where you find a man's hand, like a hand inside of a mount, like a hill, and it's fossilized, and it talks about how the evolution of man, of science grows, and it's not just man that become like evolution. And I really like that element, and you get to see Creature from the Black Lagoon's fossilized hand, and when they break it off, they're like, we have to go back, because they're in the Amazon, and they're like, I'm gonna go back to study this. And at the end you see the hand, another hand from the creature, and it slowly pulls into the lagoon, and then you get to meet the rest of the cast, and the cast all talks about how they need to go back to the Amazon to figure this out. And while that's happening, the creature goes and attacks some of the men that are at the camp already and just kills them all, which is just really cool. I guess. But with the 50s, and I will say this, with the 50s, of course, it's not going to be nearly as graphic as some like newer films are. Like, you don't see blood, and it's more cutaway things. Like, you see like the actors are like, get away from me, and they're like, ah, like this, because like clearly during the 50s, the era of like graphic horror and gore is a lot different than it was even during the 60s and the 70s. That's one thing I love about these movies, is like you get to see where they start really pushing the envelope of what you can actually show on television or on the big screen. And that's why I really liked the Creatures from the Black Lagoon. It's still not there. It still doesn't show you everything, which is perfectly fine. I mean, I don't care. I mean, I'm a guy that loves the gore, so it doesn't really bother me too much. And then the whole crew goes back to the Amazon, and they all see what happens to the tent, and they're all like, oh my gosh. And they talk about how some of them might want to leave, and then the other one's like, no, we should go to the lagoon. And of course, the boat driver is like, people call it the Black Lagoon. I was like, so they go to the lagoon, the Black Lagoon, and that's where they started looking for samples. They have two divers that go in there, and they are, well, looking for things. And this is where a lot of people argue that this is probably the best scene of the whole entire movie, is when Kay goes into the lagoon, because everyone finds some samples of random things. Mark and Dave find random things in the lagoon at the bottom, and then they come back up, and so they all go inside of the ship to research and look what it is. And Kay decides to go swimming in the lagoon, and to me personally, I don't know if I would trust that. Like, I know those two guys just did it, but before you saw alligators and there could be giant snakes in there, like, I don't really know. I personally don't think I would do it, but she did it anyways, and she didn't. Originally, she wasn't supposed to go too far from the boat from it because, well, it's just not safe. Anyway, so she swims pretty far away, and this is where a lot of people talk about, like, this is the best scene, is, well, the creature. And there is so much cool symmetry between Kay and the creature, where Kay's swimming, and underneath, the creature's swimming with her. Like, he's doing backstrokes, and he's just swimming with her. And she will dive under and swim, but the creature will keep hidden. And then as soon as she appears up on top of the water, he comes back and he'll watch her and mimic how she swims. And there's a scene where she's swimming, and the creature almost touches her ankle. Like, he goes like this and will touch her. The music in this movie is so great. Like, holy crap. I didn't expect how great this music was, but man, the music is awesome. Through this whole time of how good the music is, you actually think, oh my gosh, is she gonna get like taken? Like, that was my thought. I was like, oh man, because I've never seen Creature from the Black Lagoon until now. And when I was watching it, I was like so enhanced of just what is going on. And of course, she doesn't. She goes back, and they all like talk to her and tell her like, hey, you can't do this. And then this is where the rest of the movie kind of like picks up, where the creature starts terrorizing everybody. Homeboy climbs on the boat and wreaks havoc. He kills one of the workers on the boat while they're all inside, and yeah, it starts to get pretty wild. And then Mark and Dave go back into the water and they actually spot the creature, and one shoots him with the... Mark goes in there with the harpoon gun, while Dave wants to go in there and just take pictures. He doesn't want to hurt the animal, which I actually totally agree. And I think because of Mark shooting this creature is why they end up fighting the creature for the rest of the movie. And they go in there and Mark shoots the creature. Dave tries to take pictures and they couldn't find any good photos of it, but they tell him like, this is what happened, this is truly what happened. Things can just continually escalate and they are trying to figure out how to capture this thing. And they finally figure out, because Z, the boat driver, explains how you can put chemicals in the water to make fish float in still water, and that's how you can catch fish. So that's what they try to do with the creature from the Black Lagoon. And the creature from the Black Lagoon eventually falls asleep, and it's when they find him because he climbs onto the boat because he tries to take in Kay, and they follow him into like his little lair. Kay and one of the doctors is like on, not the doctor, but one of the men are on the island, like on the land, which I don't know. I guess it's safe that way. I didn't really think it was safe. Regardless, I don't think it was safe regardless where they were at. But the creature kills the man and he picks up Kay and he's going to take her away, and then he falls down and he knocks out. Mark, without hesitation, grabs the gun and hits the creature with it, and then he was going to do it again, but Dave prevented it. And I was like, yeah, this is kind of your fault, Mark. Like, you are the reason why this creature is now wreaking havoc, because you attacked it. Technically, the creature didn't do anything. Yeah, I mean, it did kill that guy, but it's like, also, it's kind of like these guys' fault for even being there. You know, it's one of those things. That's how I looked at it. And they get the creature. Creature breaks out of the cage, kills everybody, and then eventually takes Kate, and then they kill him. It's just, it's interesting. And they do fight a lot about like how we should save them or how we shouldn't, and should we do this. Kate does throw a lantern at it and catches the whole creature on fire, which was sick to watch. Eventually, when the creature does catch Kate, is because he set up a trap and made it so they can't leave the lagoon area. So the creature does capture Kate, and that's how they kill it. They just brutally just shoot it, and then the creature leaves and goes into the water, and then that's the end of it. So to my thoughts, I really did enjoy this movie. I love the music. The music in this movie was just awesome. It was a lot better than I thought. Now, I'm a big fan of the Universal Monster movies, and that's one of the things I appreciate the most is the music, and the cinematography in the movies are always really good. There's just shots, the gothic feel, especially movies from the 30s and the 40s. It's just how they were shot it's always just such a great time watching. So when I went into watching Creatures from the Black Lagoon, I didn't expect it to be this high volume of credibility like it was for the 30s and 40s, because I think this is basically like their last run of making movies. Universal did for the monster universe, because I know they did a bunch of spin-offs for Creature from the Black Lagoon, and it's kind of just fell off after that, which is kind of sad. But with this, I really did enjoy this movie. I think, like I said, the shots, the cinematography, the music, even the acting was really good. I love the design of the Creature from the Black Lagoon. That design is so good, and that's what I really liked about just the Universal Monsters. I just think the design of all these creatures just look amazing, and it's just awesome. Like, I was a big fan of the Wolfman. You know, Wolfman's costume was really good, and then I seen the Creature from the Black Lagoons, and I was like, wow, this is awesome. Like, this is some top tier stuff going on here. And I really did enjoy those elements. I think the story was fine. It was clearly Mark's fault on why the whole thing even happened, because Mark was like, we have to keep going, we have to keep doing this, so it's all his fault. But if I had to give this movie an honest rating, I'd give it like a 4.5 out of 5. I really like this movie. I thought it was a lot of fun. It's not a 5 for me. There's only certain movies I can give a 5, but this is definitely not. But this is by far the best creature feature I've seen that I have put on the channel so far. No, I haven't put Jaws on there. I don't even know if I ever will do a Jaws video just because Jaws is so popular, but we'll see what happens. But in general, though, I really did like Creature from the Black Lagoon. If you guys made it to the end of the video, I do appreciate it. Have you guys seen Creature from the Black Lagoon? If you have, let me know down below. Is it your favorite creature feature, or is it one of your favorites? I would love to know. What other creature features should I check out in the future? Let me know. I have a whole list of them, and I haven't done this in a while, but I am going to start going back into creature feature films, because I do love some creature features. But let me know which ones you guys think I should check out. And of course, make sure you guys stay safe.